the Magic Valley's new choice for news. This is Idaho News 6.
And good evening, Magic Valley. Thanks for joining us tonight. I'm Roland Barris. 2 years ago, Fish and Game sharpshooters killed more than 200 elk, creating an internet firestorm. Managers say herds around the Magic Valley are too large. But as Natasha Williams reports in tonight's Idaho Backroads, they say this year they are successfully managing elk populations using non-lethal methods.
Elk depredation isn't a new problem.
We have more elk than we've ever had.
But it's an expensive one.
As elk herds grow and as potential damages escalate, that's a cost to producers and growers.
In 2018, Fish and Game paid more than $1 million raised from extra fees on fishing and hunting licenses for crop damage. Most went to one farmer who does not allow hunting access on his land. Managers say their efforts to reduce depredation cut that expense by 75% in 2019. One of the methods they used was Fish and Game sharpshooters, who killed 204 elk at night as part of a University of Idaho research project. Most of those elk were feeding on that one farmer's organic potatoes. Social media posts claiming the meat was wasted created an internet backlash.
Couldn't be further from the truth.
The meat was taken by refrigerated truck to a processor. When it was butchered, Fish and Game's partners at Idaho Hunters Feeding the Hungry went to work.
20,000 pounds of meat and then a quarter pound of protein for a meal produces 80,000 meals.
They donated the meat to 9 food pantries across the Magic Valley region. A donation the food pantries say came just in time. They're working to meet an unprecedented need for food thanks to the COVID-19 pandemic.
By having that donated and being a free resource to us, those dollars then can be spent in other areas that we don't have things donated, like beef or hamburger.
So far this year, Fish and Game says they have not used sharpshooters in the Magic Valley region. Instead, they're focusing on other non-lethal methods like hazing that uses noisemakers and other methods to scare elk away from crops.
The hazing idea is to change elk behavior. If that works and we don't have to do anything else, that's great. I mean, that would be our perfect situation.
Managers say it's starting to pay off.
At the property where we've had a lot of issues in the past near Little Camas Reservoir, our technicians have been hazing since July 15th, and the elk use in those agriculture fields has been extremely low.
And they say they would like to see more landowners allow hunting on their properties.
We were trying to take a more proactive managed hunting approach, and landowners weren't specifically interested in allowing us to try to look into that program.
While the landowner who received more than $1 million in 2018 is not participating, a few are, and managers say it's working.
Fish and Game accompanied sportsmen and women out onto a property that has historically allowed very little public access. So we were successful there.
Fish and Game has also issued kill permits to landowners struggling with elk depredation. In Twin Falls, Natasha Williams, Idaho News 6.